Soft and waxy, it can glow on its own. Ground fine, it flares into a match head. Packed densely, it paints the sky with gold. In the ocean, it sparks waves of living light. And in
Meet sodium, a soft, silvery metal that dances the moment it touches water. It's reactive, explosive even, yet it's an essential element in our lives. Sodium, wildly
Potassium, food spark plug. It flavors meals, balances fluid, and keeps muscles and nerves firing smoothly. As a pure element, it's dramatic, but in our bodies, it's essential. From bananas to avocados to...
Hidden in these glittering crystals is potassium, element K. It keeps nerves firing, muscles moving, and fluids in balance. You'll find it in foods like bananas, spinach, and avocado, but here it begins as a mineral spark.
Manganese. Hard, brittle, and absolutely essential. It strengthens the steel in our wind turbines, fuels the batteries in our bikes, and even plays a role in every living cell. From industry to...
From raw, rust-colored ore shaped by invisible magnetic fields built atom by atom into a lattice of strength, iron holds our world together. Heated, hammered, and honed, it guides it.
In the lab, it looks like a pile of snow. In the wild, it shapes crystals of salt and flavors every drop of seawater. Chloride. One extra electron makes it negative and ready to bond, building the lattice of sodium.
Solid one moment, violet vapor the next, iodine is a master of disguise. With just a touch of warmth, its crystals leap straight into vapor, painting the air in deep purple swirls. This is sublimation.
Molybdenum, element 42. Pulled from shimmering ore and tamed in fiery crucibles, its silvery strength keeps its cool where other metals fail. From turbine blades that endure blister.
Sulfur, brilliant yellow crystals born from Earth's fire. Sulfur emerges from volcanic vents, carried on the shoulders of miners, and later shaped into fireworks, fertilizers, and vital chemicals.
From the chalk you write with to towering white cliffs, calcium is everywhere. Inside our bodies, it's the element that powers strong, resilient bones and keeps us moving.
Magnesium. Silvery, lightweight, and when sparked, a blaze brighter than the sun. Drop it in water and it fizzes to life, yet in our bodies it's a quiet powerhouse fueling muscles and nerves. It's behind the white brilliance of fireworks.
Mr. Chromium, element 24. Drawn from glinting ore and refined in molten streams, it cools into a metal so bright it mirrors the world around it. Layered on steel for armor against rust, polished into motorcycles.
Selenium, element 34. Drawn from dusky ore and poured like liquid ruby, it bridges metal and non-metal. Sensitive to light, it turns sunbeams into power in solar cells and
copper, element 29. Drawn from earthy ore and poured in glowing streams, this reddish metal carries power through cities and heat away from machines. It bends without breaking, shines without fading.
Silvery flakes born in ancient rocks and desert brine. Lithium is gathered from shimmering ponds, guided through the hands of workers, and ignites the power of modern batteries. From lightest metal to energy's back.
Beryllium. Pale green crystals hidden in granite veins, beryllium begins its journey deep within Earth. Smelted in heat that ripples like sunlight carried from remote mines, it becomes hydrogen. The universe's most abundant ingredient, hydrogen. Born in stars, it boils at icy extremes, burns with a near-invisible blue flame, and is carried in chilled cylinders across the Earth.
Shimmering like melted mirrors, rubidium. A soft metal that almost melts in your hand, yet ignites into a brilliant violet flame. Sealed in glass and carried chilled, its color lights the night.
Silvery gold metal that flows like water, cesium begins its story in pale Peleusite stone beneath remote hills. In the flame it burns violet, and in the heart of atomic clocks it marks the very beat of time.
From element francium, number 87, the rarest of the alkali metals. Just a grain-sized piece is enough to show its power. The moment it touches water, it tears itself apart, spitting hydrogen.
In the lab, it drifts like chalky clouds. In nature, it grows in petals of barite and paints fireworks in emerald green. Barium. Losing 2 electrons makes it a heavy positive.
Drop a sliver of strontium into water and it wastes no time, bubbling furiously as hydrogen is released. Touch that gas with a spark, and the metal shows its true colors, a blazing crimson.
From a quiet green glow in raw stone to energy stored within every atom, radium carries its own light. Encased in vials, bound in crystal lattices, and handled with care, it guided explorers through. From shimmering veins in raw stone to powders that gleam with a cool hue, scandium is strength in subtle form. In crystal lattices and alloy billets, it adds resilience without weight.
Yttrium looks uneventful in water. Just a few quiet bubbles as the metal slowly forms a protective skin. But introduce a flame and the restraint vanishes. This rare earth element helps phosphorus.
It's titanium, element 22. Born from gleaming ore and forged in searing heat, it emerges light as aluminum yet stronger than steel. In jet engines, implants, and bolts that defy corrosion, titanium.
Vanadium barely stirs when it touches water. Just a handful of bubbles as oxide begins to tint the metal. But let a flame reach the gases above and the quiet breaks. The pieces ignite in a jet of green-white.
Molybdenum sits quiet in water, forming only a faint mist of bubbles as a thin film of oxide begins to haze the surface. But touch a flame to the gases above, and the metal shows.
This is zirconium, element 40 on the periodic table. Silvery, tough, and famous for the way it lights up when heated. With the touch of the torch, the surface blazes to white, throwing a fountain of sparks and creating its own ceramic armor. That's zirconium oxide.
This is tantalum, element 73. Drop it in water, and nothing dramatic happens. Even strong acid just beads on the surface. Heat it though, and a thin oxide film grows.
This is niobium, element 41. It doesn't explode in water, it transforms. A quick blast of heat grows an ultra-thin oxide layer and
This is hafnium, element 72. Drop it in water and nothing dramatic happens, but heat it and an ultra-thin oxide film blooms, turning the surface into a shifting canvas of gold.
Seaborgium, meet super heavy, man-made. Born in particle accelerators, it exists for mere seconds before transforming into something else. Yet those fleeting atoms give us clues to...
Inside this dark gleaming ore is tungsten, element W. It boasts the highest melting point of any metal, remarkable density and exceptional strength. From light bulb filaments to rocket engines, its endurance makes
Hafnium, a super heavy metal born in particle accelerators and alive for only the briefest moments. It flashes with energy, vanishing almost as quickly as it appears.
The optimals. In the heart of powerful accelerators, atoms are fused to make something nature never left on Earth. Rutherfordium, element 104. Born in flashes of charged particles and measured...
This is praseodymium, element 59. Silvery with a hint of gold, and famous for the vivid green fire it produces. A touch of the torch and the metal flares to white, spraying yellow.
Silvery metal hidden in rare earth ores, actinium begins its story deep underground. Smelted to a blue-white glow, carried from remote quarries, it emerges as one of nature's few naturally radioactive elements.
Silvery, soft, and eager to tarnish. Lanthanum, a metal that burns with a clean white flare, hinting green at the edges. Shaped into targets for coatings, it's launched into the glow of fire.
Silvery and soft, cerium is the most abundant of the rare earths, ready to shower sparks at a touch. Its oxide lends orange brilliance to fireworks and helps burn away pollutants in catalytic converters. Finely ground, it polishes glass